What's going on, guys? Machine here with my updated Star Wars The Old Republic beta first impressions. So as we all know, about last Wednesday the build was updated to the new version. I announced it on my channel last week. Unfortunately, there was a lot of personal things, and for those of you who watch my vlogs, you'll understand that was going on in my life, and I'm nowhere near as far as I would like to be in the game to put together as much of a first impression as I would like to put together. That being said, let's go over some of the pros. So far, I will have to say that the graphics from the last build are much improved. And as you guys know from watching my last video, I never was complaining about the graphics. I thought the graphics were pretty damn sweet then. So the fact that they're even better, and I've read that this is still not the final mask. They're going to put actually another masking of graphics on this, and I'm definitely excited to see what the final product is. You know, just running around through, you know, the environments and whatnot, you actually see, you know, the trees from above like reflecting down on the armor. You get, you know, different shadowing and whatnot. Definitely cool. Another thing that I really noticed a big difference in was the questing. The storylines, especially in the class storylines, they seem a lot deeper. It's not like a quick conversation. Not that they ever were in the last build either, but it seems like there's a lot more talking, a lot more story development to really kind of get you, you know, more in, you know, the mode of your character or of that quest. I really like that too because, you know, it's one of the things I enjoyed about this game, the fact that it was bringing together the storyline with the MMO perspective. And, you know, like we've talked about before, you know, this isn't World of Warcraft where you just open a quest, you don't read, click the button and go up and look at Quest Helper and see where you got to go and how many you got to kill. This is something that you definitely become more invested in as a player, because you're playing this class, you're playing this character, you're interacting with your companions, and it's a lot of fun. Another cool thing that I wanted to bring up was more fluid combat. It seems that the combat from the last build is quite a bit different. I feel that moving around, strafing, even just the camera, you know, different camera angles, moving that around, it seems a lot more fluid. It seems a lot more smooth, and it makes you feel like you're a little bit more involved in the combat. And like I said, I mean, in the last build too, I definitely felt involved in the combat, but just the more, you know, smoothness, if you will, even makes you feel that much more involved. With combat too, they have well, I should say the way abilities actually work in Star Wars is, you know, you'll train an ability, and once you train that ability, maybe a couple levels later, the ability is leveled as well, and you can train it again. Now, in the last build, the abilities were a little bit more expensive, and they were kind of far and few between from a training standpoint. And in this build, it seems like your training ability is more frequent, and they have dropped the price. I know that I think I had half the money that I have right now at the level I was at last build, this build. So that goes to show you. I'm getting a lot more drops too on things. I think they increased the drop rate on items. And they actually lowered the difficulty on some of the mobs too, just running around Hutta, which is the starting area. There were a couple like battle droids that I encountered, you know, around like level 7 or 8 last build, and they were just like raping my face. And this build, you know, I actually can stand toe-to-toe with them fairly well. So I think they increased the damage on the bounty hunter, at least I'm noticing. There's some new abilities too, some abilities that weren't there last build that, you know, obviously I can't really go into too much detail and break the NDA, but, you know, there are some new abilities. There are just the way that the group system works, I like it a lot better. In this build, you can actually, let's say you're standing next to, let's say we're going to go do an objective, we're going to go do an instance or whatever, and you're standing next to the quest giver, and I'm like across the map. You can start a conversation with the quest giver and it'll actually pull me in. I don't have to like run all the way there. that's very helpful, and I'm glad they put that in the game. It's pretty sweet. Like I said, I'm not nowhere near the level that I want to be, but I'm getting there. And I will say overall that this build is definitely a move forward. There's a couple small bugs still that are kind of annoying that I didn't even mention last video, but I thought they would fix. Like, there's a bug with auto run where if you're running and you hit the auto run button, it'll actually make you stop running. Or you might be, you might hit auto run and look away from your screen. Maybe like I got a second monitor, I'll look over, I'll glance back, my guy didn't move. So I'm hoping that they fix the auto run bug. It's a known issue. It's been there since last build. Another bug that I've noticed is the map seems to be messing up. Sometimes you'll bring up the map and it will, not appear at all, or you'll just see like the outline of like the area you're in. There's no like locations on the map or areas to uncover. So, but as we know, a beta is a beta, and they're not going to release the game in this condition to where there's minor bugs like this. I'm sure they're going to put the time in to fix it, because I'll tell you right now, they've definitely put the time in to make this game amazing. So I'm going to keep continuing on with my leveling process and try and get up as high as I possibly can. The game's coming out here fairly soon. We're looking, let's see, it's November 7th right now. Early release, it's going to be, I believe, December 15th or 16th. So we're just over a month out from release of this game, and it's definitely getting there. I would say it's pretty much ready to be released, aside from a couple minor bugs, a couple balancing issues. This is not going to be the last impression video. Now that I actually have gotten some of these things in my personal life, pushed to the side, I'm going to be able to kind of keep you guys updated as I'm going through. So stay tuned for that. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. A lot of people were kind of asking me for my first impressions video of the new build. And in summary, the graphics are better, the questing and story is better, the combat is better. Still a few minor bugs, but I'm sure they're working on them. And I'm looking forward to getting to the point where I could PvP. I mean, I could PvP now, but I don't want to. I want to wait till I get a couple more abilities under my belt, get into the 20s. And, I'm looking forward to getting into that point and to getting into some space combat and whatnot. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks always for watching. If this video helped you out or you enjoyed it, please like it. If you thought it was one of your favorites, please favorite it. This stuff helps me help you. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more stuff coming your way. So thanks again for watching, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Stay tuned. Machine out.